Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to sit down and just share with you products that I have been loving lately. I've been going through an entire house renovation. Honestly, we're almost done. I'm so thankful and I feel like everything is going to be worth it, but I've definitely not been posting as much. But I still have been purchasing makeup, trying makeup, and also just digging through my collection and using old favorites. So I will link everything that I talk about today down below in my description box, as well as all the makeup that I'm wearing. I am wearing a lot of my favorites, so I will reference that as I go through. I hope you stick around and subscribe if you're new here, and if you enjoy these videos, please give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get into what I've been loving recently. So let's start off with some products from a brand that I had never tried until recently, and I've been blown away. It's really intrigued me to check out the brand and try even more products from them. So I want to say thank you to Clio Cosmetics for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I have been seriously impressed with quite a few of the products that I've tried, but there's a few that stand out. Starting off with the Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara. This formula is truly special because it doesn't require you to curl your lashes. So if you have lashes that are downward or straight, this is the perfect formula. It has a really tiny applicator, so it's not messy, it doesn't get clumpy. It's a waterproof formula that gives you intense curl and length. So I just coat it on 2 coats maybe, and that is it. I do not have to go in afterwards and use a lash curler, and you can see my lashes are nice and curled, they're fluffy, they're not clumpy though. So I really appreciate that this is just kind of like a one and done. Apply it, your lashes look beautiful, they're not smudging, not moving all day. I've also found that it's easy to remove, which is very important to me. So I just take a cotton round with some cleansing oil, keep it on my eye for a good 10-15 seconds, and then just wipe it right off. It also doesn't irritate my eyes, which lately I've been struggling with. So this has really impressed me and become a top drawer product just because of the ease of use and the fact that my lashes look curled literally all day without doing all of the work. Along with the mascara, I have been testing out 2 different formulas from Clio in terms of cushion foundations, and my pick that I have been wearing almost every day has to be the Kill Cover Skin Fixer Cushion. So this is the matte version. They do also have a glowy version. This is a lightweight formula. It has that matte finish and it almost dries down to a soft powdery matte finish. So you do not have to set with powder if you don't want to. Now, along with being lightweight, this is smoothing and blurring on pores, which you know is really important to me. This is also high coverage. You guys know I have redness, rosacea. I like to be able to get that high coverage in areas that I need it. And the main thing is this lasts. So it's not one of those foundations that you put on and it's gone within a few hours. I don't have to touch up, I don't get oily, I don't have separating, none of the above. I've been using the shade Ginger when I have a little bit of color. That's what I have on right now. And then when I have no self-tan, I am using Linen. It does come with a small sponge, so you can definitely use that to apply, which I demoed for you today, or you can use your fingers, a sponge, whatever. So this is really nice and buildable. It doesn't disperse too much product. So highly recommend this, the mascara as well. And then I was just, you know, digging through the products they sent me, and wow, I fell in love with this formula. Of course, you knew I was gonna go for the blush. So this is the Air Blur Whip Blush. It is absolutely stunning. Every time I apply this, I feel like I'm just glowing from within, but my texture isn't enhanced. This is a product that you wanna use a dense brush with because it's not powdery at all. It's not going to be flying all over. Really get in there with your dense brush and build this up, and you can see just the beautiful glow it gives my cheeks. I also have this shade 02, and this is a gorgeous baby doll pink. I feel like those of you that like the Dior blush, you will love this color. Just a phenomenal formula. I really am excited to try more products from Clio. So I will link everything that I showed today down below in my description box. You can pick these items up from Amazon, and they are running a promotion for Valentine's Day. Starting February 5th to February 14th, they're offering up to 40% off their products. So their Kill Lash is gonna be 30% off, and then the cushion foundations, both the glow and the matte, are going to be 40% off. And remember, you do get an extra refill in this one. So really cannot beat that deal, and especially getting them on Amazon, it's just super accessible, as we all know. So I will link these products down below in my description box. I really think you guys would love these formulas, and I'm excited to see what you guys think when you pick them up. So all the information will be down below to shop and take advantage of their Valentine's Day promotion. But let's go ahead and get into some other products that I've been loving lately. Switching gears, I want to talk about some fragrances that I have been loving. I found some really unique ones to my collection, so I want to start out with these from an Etsy shop that I found when I was looking up the Melanie Martinez Crybaby. And it sold out apparently. It's going for like $300 or $400 a bottle, and I was like, no. So I found this shop, Pixie Spell Essentials, and she has an imitation fragrance of that. So I was like, you know what, let me try that because people were raving about that scent. So I picked this one up, and then I also picked up the White Bunny. So this Don't Cry Baby, inspired by the Crybaby by Melanie Martinez. This is strawberry, fresh milk, caramel, sweet fruits, pink powders. This smells so good. It's almost like childlike Barbies. This has a soft powderiness to it, which I didn't know if I was gonna like because I do not like powder in my fragrances, but it really is almost like a Cabbage Patch doll. Maybe that's what I'm getting. A Cabbage Patch doll, strawberries, cream. I don't know. It smells incredible, and it really is unique to my collection. I do not have anything like this. And then the other one that I just bought on a whim is White Bunny. So this one is a milk candy, warm vanilla, steamed rice, gourmand, and sweet. So I found that a lot of their scents almost have like a boba inspiration, matcha, milk, rice. It's really interesting. I feel like there's so many fun scents that I want to try. So I have been wearing this all the time, but this one is not powdery. It's more of just like a sweet, milky, creamy fruit sort of scent. I cannot rave about these enough. I want to try more, and they're really not expensive. I want to say each of these was like $20, $15. So I highly recommend checking them out. I'm gonna go back and get more just because I've been so impressed. And of course, I love supporting small businesses, but definitely check them out, especially if you want to get your hands on that Crybaby fragrance and you really like sweet scents. I think you would love the shop, and I'm excited to try more. Next, I had to talk about this brand new scent from 5 Cents. So I actually have purchased one of their fragrances. I believe it's called Life of the Party. I got the travel, then I got the full size, and I recommended it to you guys. It smells so good. It's just my type of scent. So they have other fragrances, and I wasn't sure if any of them would work for me, but this is their newest drop called In Too Deep. So they actually sent this to me, which I was really excited about because I was gonna purchase it. They say it's a warm and spicy, sweet gourmand, also has sparkling sugar. It has Italian bergamot, musk, sandalwood. I mean, come on, these are all good. I've realized that it reminds me of something and I cannot put my finger on it. I don't know, like another fragrance that I feel like I've smelled before, but I can't place it. So if you guys have tried this, let me know. This is definitely a musky sandalwood type of scent. It really isn't spicy in my opinion. It's much more just of like a warm, cozy scent. Definitely a sweeter one if you don't like those kind of harsh scents or spicy scents. I think you would really like this. I would say this is a safe blind buy. So I really like this. I think I still like Life of the Party even more, but I've been really impressed with this brand. I love the packaging and vibe. It feels nice and weighted, and I'm really glad to see that they're now in Sephora so you can pick them up more accessibly than having to kind of hunt them down on the brand website. Okay, and this last fragrance, I've mentioned it before, but as Bethany says from the New York Housewives, I'm gonna mention it again if you get that reference. Honestly, it literally will never go out of my mind. Iconic. I am obsessed with this fragrance, okay? So this is the Nemat Vanilla Musk. So they do have this in an oil, and you can get the roll-on oil, which I will link down below. And I've gone through a couple of these. I like to keep them in my purse. The oil is definitely stronger. So if you want this to really be strong, linger all day, this is the one you would go for. This is the Vanilla Musk. If I didn't already say that, I'm already getting too excited. But for ease of use, the actual fragrance they just came out with recently, you can see how much I've gone through. This fragrance is literally, I think, my favorite of all time. Literally like a vanilla musk skin scent. It's light, it doesn't give you a headache, it will mix with literally anything. It smells like vanilla cake, like vanilla frosting. I don't know how else to describe it. I will say that this is not as strong. So if you want, again, like that really strong all day last, the vanilla roll-on oil is what you want. I can put this on, and literally when I, take my clothes off at the end of the day, when I'm putting my clothes in the laundry, I can smell this on my clothes. It's incredible. Every time I wear this and people hug me, they're like, holy crap, you smell amazing. And I'm like, thank you so much. If you have the oil or you've been wanting to try this, but you really don't like oils, definitely pick up the spray fragrance. You can get this at Ulta, and I think maybe Amazon as well. So I will link these down below, but I would say you would have to pry this out of my hands. Like, we're gonna fight over this, because to me, this is just honestly the most delicious everyday scent that you can mix with anything. I am absolutely in love, if you can't tell. So 10 out of 10 recommend this. My next favorite is something that I truly wasn't expecting to be wowed by. I feel like this brand has had some hit and miss products recently, but when I tell you they knocked this product out of the park, they really did. So this is the e.l.f. Liquid Camo Blushes. Wow, I am really impressed with this formula. People love to compare this to the Rare Beauty, which I know everybody loves. I would say this is even better because this is more user-friendly. I am so impressed with just how easy this is to use, how little you need, the price point, the shade range. So I got 2 different colors. I actually saw people try this on, I can't remember who, another influencer, and I actually was like, let me get that shade, which I would never choose. So this is Suave Mauve, and then I also got Pinky Promise. So because this is very similar to the Rare Beauty, it is very pigmented. So you really want to start small, just use a dot, maybe 2 if you're feeling, froggy, and you will get this beautiful glow. I find that this formula is not sticky, but it's not dry. It's not too pigmented, but it's not sheer. It just has such a beautiful consistency. I think this is one of the best e.l.f. products they've ever done, if that says anything to you. It's just one of those that works well with powder, works well without powder, and it gives you this beautiful, fresh look. I mean, look at those swatches. But you don't have that like sticky, heavy feel where your pores look enhanced or glitter. 10 out of 10. And then you add the price point on, and it's really just honestly a home run. So kudos to e.l.f. If you've not tried these, really seriously add them to cart right now and thank me later. Another new blush is a reformulation from Makeup Forever. So this is a powder formula, and it's the Artist Blush, but specifically the shade Wherever Rose. I would have never picked this up, much like the e.l.f. Mauve. It's just not something that draws me in because I do like a brighter blush. This on the skin is perfection. It truly gives you almost like that sunburnt but natural flush all in one. This is a very soft formula, not very powdery at all, pigmented though, so be careful. You really need just a little bit of this and you will have this like gorgeous flush all over your cheeks. This is a shade that I put like over my nose, over everything. I demoed this in a trying new makeup video. I'm not sure which one. Now they do have some formulas that are, I guess, glowy, and then others that are matte. This is a matte one, and I definitely prefer matte just because I really don't want anything to enhance my texture. But I don't find that this is a flat matte where you look chalky or powdery. So I'm really happy that they did re-release these because I do think that this formula is improved, and I've just been really impressed with it. So definitely worth checking out, especially if there's a shade in the line that's really, you know, drawing your eye. Jumping around a bit, I have a couple lip products that I have been really enjoying. The first is a drugstore option, and this is from Makeup Revolution. Now I have to admit that Makeup Revolution comes out with so many products that I can't keep up, and I'm like, what even is this? I don't even know what this is. It's a new, I guess, formula that I ran across when I was at Target. So I have the shade here, Queen Pink, and I just love the color, but also the feel of it. This kind of reminds me of a more hydrating Huda Beauty Power Matte formula. It has like that satin finish, but it's really pigmented and almost has like that powdery feel. So when you apply it to the lips, I just apply a little bit in the center and then just blend in to my lip liner. And I think one thing that draws me to the Makeup Revolution lip products is that they do tend to offer really light, like baby doll, coral, nude shades that I feel like sometimes mainstream brands don't offer because they are so Barbie pink. My one thing is this is not going to last. So this is not gonna be a formula that you put on and it's on all day. This is one of those like soft, you know, hydrating formulas that's gonna be on and then wear off as you eat or, you know, within a couple hours. So you do have to reapply, but I really like this, especially the shade and the price point. I don't think you can go wrong. Now, for those of you that are lip oil fanatics, I myself included, I've really been enjoying the new Summer Fridays lip oil. I feel like there was a ton of hype around this because people love the liquid lip balms, and I do like those. I personally prefer the Naturium, but I do think they're a good formula. But I was intrigued to try this, so I ended up getting the Pink Cloud. This is a really sheer formula. I would have liked a little bit more pigment because I just prefer things to have color to them. It's also a very thin formula. So it's not going to last as long as, let's say, like my Clarins or the Dior. And I love, like the Clarins is top tier, best lip oil. I am absolutely in love with those. This is more of like throw it on every couple hours type of product. But what I like about this is the fact that it's super, super high shine. So it's kind of one of those that I will put on if I notice that my lipstick is fading or it looks dry. I just throw this on and it just gives me a little pick-me-up. It does have a little kind of cooling or like peppermint sort of feel, but it's not plumping in the sense of like hurting or irritation. So I think this is a good release. I would have liked to see maybe more shades and a little more pigment, but I can see a little bit on my lips. It gives that high shine with a little bit of that pink pop, and I have been reaching for it pretty much every day. So that's when I was like, you know what, this is a favorite because it's something that I keep in my junk drawer and I just grab it whenever I feel like I'm looking a little dull throughout the day. Next, I want to talk about a couple under eye products that I have really been enjoying. One of them, again, is from Makeup Revolution. I must have got lucky when I was at Target and I grabbed a couple things because I really like both of these products. So this is the Revolution Eye Bright Corrector. I'm assuming now after using it that this is supposed to be a dupe for the Becca because it truly is very similar. The shade that I have is light to medium. I will warn you that this feels a little bit tacky, but I think that the Becca does as well. I think that's where you get your hydration. This is phenomenal at brightening my under eye. So I feel like I have to use way less concealer and I just don't have as much creasing or darkness overall. So I just apply a tiny bit with a very targeted brush, and I just blend it under my eye and then go in with concealer. And it really is a beautiful formula. I'm sure you can see just the hydration. So I have been really enjoying this. I think it's a great formula. And honestly, it really reminds me of the Becca. Obviously, Becca's not in business, but the Becca Smashbox, whatever happened there. And this, I believe, was like under $10. And for actual concealer, I've still been loving my Tower 28, but I have really enjoyed this Yensa Super Serum Silk Concealer. The only problem is I need a lighter shade, because this shade Light 2 really only works for me when I'm like freshly self-tanned. This formula is really hydrating again. It doesn't give you that dry, cracked feel. I don't feel like it creases heavily. It plays well with powder. And it does have coverage. I feel like a lot of times when I hear silk serum sort of concealers, they never have any coverage, but this one actually has coverage. It's not thick and goopy. Like I'm thinking about the BabsBeauty concealer. Doesn't have any glitter, nothing like that, but it gives you that really hydrated, smooth look on your under eye while also giving you coverage. I've been really intrigued by this brand in particular. They started sending me PR, and I've been trying some things and enjoying them. They also have some lip oils I want to show you guys on my channel because they're pigmented and they have a lot of shades. But I've also heard people rave about the Yensa foundation, and I have it. I just haven't tried it yet. So I'm intrigued by this brand just to try more products. And if you go on their website, they have a lot of products, which gets me really excited because it's products that I've never tried and I really don't hear a lot of people on YouTube talk about. So let me know if you guys would like me to use more Yensa products in my trying new makeup videos, because I've really been impressed so far. Next, I have to shout out this product that I feel like I've heard people rave about forever and I never tried due to the price. I will say it's pricey, but I really get the hype now. So this is the Herborian CC Red Correct. This is essentially a smoothing, redness correcting primer. It's great for me because a lot of times during the week, I just don't do full glam in hair, but I want to look put together, and I hate having to go through the whole like foundation, concealer when I'm just kind of like hanging around. So, you know, just hanging around just made me think of that TikTok. You guys, I can't. So this is what it looks like when it comes out. Definitely has that green tint to it. It's not gonna do anything on my hand just because I don't have any redness there, but it just takes the edge off of your redness while also kind of just evening your skin out so you just look a little bit more put together. And I love that it's not thick and goopy and sliding all over and greasy. It's one of those that I can actually put under my foundation or under powder, whatever I'm wearing, and I don't feel like it's finicky. And I just realized I didn't even notice this. It has an SPF of 25. So it's kind of like an all-in-one product, but specifically for those of you that have redness like me and you're just looking for something for every day just to throw on, maybe a little concealer and be good to go. I've been reaching for this quite a bit and I get the hype now. I just think this is such a great staple product for every day. Another complexion product that I have used and abused. I think I tried this initially and liked it, but I just didn't dive deep enough in. And then recently I've been using my Color Science tinted SPF and applying this on top, and wow, this is the Lawless Perfecting Powder. It's supposed to be a skin smoothing formula. I have the shade Light. This is how much I've been using this. I will say that this goes quickly. It's a very powdery formula, so when you dip your brush in, powder is kicking up. It has a great coverage and it's really smoothing and long lasting. So I will use a very light like concealer or that tinted SPF and then take a really big brush and just swirl this or buff this into the skin, and it looks like I have a full coverage foundation on. So much so that I was actually out doing errands a couple weeks ago and somebody asked me what foundation I had on, and it was just a tinted SPF. set with this and they were shocked. They were like, wow, it looks like you have, you know, like really good coverage on. So this has really impressed me. The only con, like I said, is that it goes quickly, and I don't think they have a ton of shades. I wanna say like 5 or 6, but I have really been enjoying this. It's something that I will probably use all the way through, which is like really rare for me, so you know that I've been going hard on this. Okay, and to finish off this video, I have one more complexion product that I have rediscovered. I hope this is still available, but this is a collab between the Beauty Crop and Amelia Olivia. This is the Glow Milk Mist Seal and Set Mist. So this is one of those products that I feel like gives you that glowy look without ruining your base. So a lot of times when I apply a hydrating setting mist, it kind of breaks apart my foundation and makes me oily. My foundation doesn't last as long. So I tend to go for more of those like lock-in matte sort of setting sprays. But this is one of the few that really just gives me that glowy look. It's kind of like a MAC Fix Plus, but better in my opinion. It doesn't break up my makeup. It doesn't give me that just kind of greasy, sticky feel. There's something really special about this. You can see how much I've used, and I don't know if I've ever talked about it on camera. I still am obsessed with the Cali Ray spray. If I want my makeup to look exactly the same and last all day, that is my go-to. This is more of a, I wanna melt powders in. So for instance, if I was using the Lawless powder, I would go over it with this just to kind of melt in that powdery look. So I will link down below what I can find, but if you've not tried this, I think this was like viral on TikTok, I don't know, a year or two ago. You know, I'm not with the times, but I got around to trying it way after it went viral, and I really have come to appreciate it and just realized how much I enjoy it because I'm like literally more than halfway out of it. It's just one of those really beautiful set your powder in type of sprays that's comfortable and doesn't disrupt your makeup throughout the day. So I highly recommend that. All right, guys, so I think that is everything I wanted to share for my current favorites. I'm sure I missed some products because I'm always trying new things, but I will link everything that I talked about today down below in my description box. Let me know if you've tried any of these products and what your thoughts were. And of course, don't forget to check out Clio Cosmetics from February 7th through the 14th to take advantage of their Valentine's promotion, which will be up to 40% off their products. So I will have all of that linked at the top of my description box. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. As always, thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.